Good morning. Welcome to Wake and Bake with Old School and Co. I'm sitting here talking to my Army veteran, Matt from Hipplahoma. How you doing, brother?
Man, it's a great Wake and Bake morning, and I appreciate you having us here today, and this is so exciting. Thank you, Old School.
Right on, brother, right on. Now, we got a lot of stuff I want to cover down because you're talking about Hipplahoma, and everybody knows I love hemp just almost as good as I love cannabis.
I do too. I love hemp products, and we'll have some hemp products there. But it's really a way that all lovers of the plant, veterans, and anyone that wants to know more about the power of one plant and different ways to use that plant, whether it be hemp concrete, hemp clothing, medicine, more importantly, and the medicine is where it's at.
So. Right on, right. Now, for the people that don't know, this is going to be Hipplahoma, and it's going to be in Spavinaw, Oklahoma?
No, this is in Collinsville,
Oklahoma.
Collinsville, Oklahoma, yep. And it's going to be raffle tickets included with every general mission ticket.
Okay, cool.
And one of those raffle tickets is going to lead somebody to win $10,000 cash.
Now, that's one thing that I really like, is this is going to be not only a good event, it's going to be 3 days, October 29th, 30th, and 31st, correct?
Yep. Ends on Halloween.
Halloween. Yeah, God, I love Halloween coming up. I think it's going to be a blast. And for the event, it's $10 basically to get in, but you're entering this raffle for the other money, and the money from that is going to go for the person.
Well, it's a $35 total is what you pay for a general mission ticket
right.
at one of our locations that sell our tickets. And with that, you get a raffle ticket that represents $25 that goes directly to the wounded veterans of Oklahoma. So that leaves $10 that basically you would have paid to go to all 3 days above your raffle ticket. Now, you can buy just the raffle ticket if you want for $25 at one of those locations.
Right.
Or for an extra $10, man, you might as well get a general mission.
You might as well come for 3 days.
For 3 days and have a great time and learn about a great plant and have a great time. We're going to have some good music, a lot of food out there, and a lot of information on how to use the plant.
Okay. We're going to have some CBD vendors. Going to have vendors all from all kinds.
Yeah, the cup includes pretty much every category, from concentrates, indoor, outdoor, infused beverages, hash, solventless hash, cartridges. There'll be all kinds of categories, and you can go to hipplahomafestival.com and see all those categories there.
Now, one thing I really, really like about this is you're including the home grow.
Yes, we have a homegrown category that we're trying to work out where they can just have their flower pressed. Okay. So it's about the only way that we can do it and to be able to legally do it and be compliant. So yeah, we'll have those will be posted on our website as well when those samples are in. But the finals for everything to be turned in has been moved to October the 11th.
Okay, and that's for people to enter any of the contests. If you want to be indoor, outdoor, sativa, hybrid, greenhouse.
Right, but the home grow will actually bring it to the Hipplahoma site themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. So home grow will actually drive it there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, we've got a lot of good home growers. Now, I can't home grow, I can't. But a lot of people do some really good home grow.
Yeah, and, by having a processor there that actually shows how the medicine gets made, we'll have a lot of education classes on different types of concentrates. The difference, a lot of people don't know between solventless and BHO and the difference and why all organic doesn't really mean all organic, and living soil doesn't always mean living soil. And there's a lot of things we're going to be teaching about what's called the STATS method, which is the sight, the taste, the aroma, the touch, and the sense.
That's a good acronym.
Yeah, so that way there's no mistakes. Well, that's an actual method. We didn't come up with it. It's some folks in Colorado. Now, some folks in Colorado came up with that as a general so that people can understand. And that's one of the things that we'll be showing, and it's on our website as well at hipplahomafestival.com. But the STATS method is really just a general way that you can look at flower and tell, because a lot of folks don't know. So we're going to be educating a lot of veterans because we're trying to make a dent in gabapentin, the one drug we didn't vote for.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the drugs that I'm on right now, and I'm not too wild about it. I'd like to get off of it, that's for sure.
So we're going to be showing those type of things. So the home growers will be able to come. We'll have a processor there, and we'll go over the contest of when they press their flower and
Right.
when it goes by. So
That's one of the things I have a problem with. This whenever the prepackaged stuff. I'm one of the people. I like to see it. I like to smell it. I'd like to feel it, but I can't. Just
yeah,
because of the whole overall entourage effect. The terps. I like to know what's in there.
some people, yeah, and some people don't understand that, and then they go down to the place and they buy something for $30 or $40 an ounce, and it didn't work for their medicine.
Yeah.
And then they don't understand how the medicine works and different ways to dose, and the different products. And wonderful Oklahoma has so many products.
I do love that we've got such a wide variety.
Yeah, and showing people how, what is quality flour.
Right.
What to look for bad flour, what not to smoke, what not to put in their lungs.
Exactly, because some of that stuff, it does have effects on my lungs sometimes. I think.
Yeah.
The cough.
Yeah, and a lot of guys have tried stuff that's on sale, and they said it didn't work for them, and therefore they go back on drugs that don't help them in the long term. And if they knew how to use these products and what to look for in those products, that's why Hemplahoma is really, it's going over the power of one plant for all the veterans that want to know and anyone else that wants to know.
Cool. So. Right on. Well, that's one of those shows where it comes back to everybody is different.
Yeah.
And everybody has a different level of THC that they can use, and it helps them with.
Yeah.
In our opinion, we have to do that FDA disclaimer since we don't have a bunch of research on that. This is all in our opinion.
Yeah, we're not making any medical claims. We're just showing that some people here in Oklahoma make a superior medicine. And because we didn't vote for anything down at Walgreens, and we all had to vote to make this happen, now we need to show people these products, not just what's on sale, what has the highest THC. And that's where a lot of people don't understand terpenes, and they don't understand the medicine because you can't watch that commercial. You watch Lunesta on TV, but you can't watch that. I'm not making fun of Lunesta. I'm using that as an example. But those type of drug commercials or whatever,
exactly.
Bufferoni, okay, the Bufferoni commercials that you see when you watch. But we can't have these commercials to educate people, and you can't Google how to look for the best medicine, what to find.
Exactly.
So that's why we recommend the STATS method, because it's easy. You can go to statsmethod.org and you can look it up, and we suggest that people, understand how the plant look, how it's supposed to look, and how these medicines are made. Some of them are solventless edibles, as an example. People don't know the difference. Full spectrum, people don't know what that means. They don't know what BHO and ethanol, and people go, why do you mean you're smoking ethanol?
Yeah, because we just had an article in a major paper here in Oklahoma, and they were talking about some untested product that seems to be get out there, or bad testing.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad things out there just because you go to Walgreens. Not everything in Walgreens is good for you, or CVS, or any drugstore. Yeah. Not everything at the liquor store is, and not every Marlboro is good for you. But they used to say
cigarettes.
They used to say that though. In the
they
old days.
Really did. Yeah,
I have those. I have those articles. Those magazines in the 30s, just before they outlawed cannabis.
When doctors used to recommend cigarettes.
Yeah, it says for digestive sake on a Camel ad that I have.
Really?
Yeah, on the back of a Outdoor Life magazine, 1936 and a 1937 full page color ad. For digestive sakes, please smoke a Camel.
Is that right?
And clean out your digestive system. Yeah, it's a whole page article. So we can't do that for a plant that actually can help people. And I ran into guys that don't know about hash mints, solventless hash mints. They don't know about a lot of products out here. And especially veterans, like I said, they get intimidated that they're going to lose their benefits. And that's it. So.
All right, we're going to take a short break on that note right now. You're sitting here watching Wake and Bake with Old School and Co. I hope you toke up and tune back in.
Hempire Genetics is a advanced research program set forth under the 2018 Oklahoma Industrial Hemp Pilot Program, overseen by Northwestern Oklahoma State University. A lot of farmers reach out to us. They've heard about what we're doing and are interested and want to know what they've had growing on their land since they were kids. Oklahoma is very diverse in its weather system, and so these plants have adapted over the last several hundred years to withstand that. A lot of it was brought here by the U.S. Department of the Interior back as part of Hemp for Victory. Hemp for Victory was brought about with the loom of the coming World War. We knew that we were going to have to produce a very large amount of hemp to rig the ships for their sailing, for their ropes, for their anchors, also clothing, sailors' hats, our flags, everything was made from hemp. Marijuana wasn't made illegal until 1969. The USCSA classed marijuana in with other dangerous narcotics such as heroin, cocaine, and methamphetamines. The campaign to slander cannabis began back in the 20s, mainly with William Randolph Hearst and the paper mills. Then that transgressed into big oil. Later in the 30s and 40s, really gained steam. By late 1937, the Congress passed the Marijuana Tax Act, which grouped industrial hemp in with marijuana. After that, they gave the differentiated names, hemp, marijuana. While farmers were still allowed to grow, taxes were raised so heavily that it made it difficult, especially for lower income farmers. In 1940, when Hemp for Victory came to Oklahoma, they actually used Oklahoma as a test plot. Several genetics were shipped in from all around the world to see what would grow best on American soil, since Oklahoma has such a diverse climate. And it's very hard to find a lot of documentation on that. We know there was a lot of places, obviously, that were involved, or we wouldn't be finding cannabis in every county in Oklahoma. Hempire Genetics, sowing the seeds of the past to grow a better future for everyone. Visit us at HempireGenetics.com or on our social media pages at Hempire Genetics.
Welcome back to Wake and Bake with Old School and Co. I'm sitting here talking to my Army vet, Matt, and we're talking about Hemplahoma.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hemplahoma, great education event for veterans and anyone who wants to learn the power of one plant. A lot of education going on leading up to it, the 3 days in October 29th through the 31st. And we're going to be giving one lucky winner $10,000 for one of the raffle tickets on, you don't have to be present to win, but it's on October 31st. And it's going to be right when we get finished with the Cannabis Cup and the Cannabis Cup winners.
Here we go. I'll hold this up over here where we can see it. That was too close there, wasn't it? Cool. Now, there's a lot of categories in this. That's what I really do like.
And every category comes with a raffle ticket. So depending on if a grower had, 1 entry or 5 entries or 10 entries or more, it's going to come with raffle tickets.
Oh, cool. There you go.
So there's no other Cannabis Cup that we're aware of where they would have a chance to even win $10,000.
Now, that's what I really do like about this. At the end of it, you're going to do a drawing, and you're going to give a $10,000 check away to whoever wins. They don't have to be present to be a winner either.
Correct. Because all of the $25 raffle tickets go to Wounded Veterans of Oklahoma, and our goal is to sell 4,000 of these tickets.
Cool.
So we need folks out here buying these tickets, and like I said, for an extra $10, they can go to all 3 days.
There you go, right on. Now,
veterans are free.
Also, we were talking that veterans are going to get in free to this event.
Yes. Veterans are free, and as a matter of fact, they'll also have their food covered while they're there.
Right on. Entry free and chow covered, brother. You can't beat that.
Yeah. It's a really nice deal. The Wounded Veterans of Oklahoma do it right, and they're a 503c that works with many groups here in Oklahoma, like Warriors for Freedom here in Oklahoma City.
Right.
And they support Battle Buddies, and they do tremendous work. But it's all 100% on donation, and all of the time that they provide is all volunteer.
Cool.
And you're talking about 50 folks plus here in Oklahoma that are every day of the year trying to, do
help
what they can.
Vet.
Yeah, they're trying to do things like get veterans that I met that have horrible things happen to them, and they had tried to take their life.
Yeah.
And these guys got involved and saved them the third time, and now got the guy off the streets and got his kids back in his life, and they said he saved his life. And that guy lost his legs. I mean, it's just terrible stories.
Oh, I understand. And it goes back to that, guy in a foxhole sitting there or on a hole, and he's asking for help, and the doctor walks by and gives him this, and a psychologist walks by, and gives him this. And then a vet walks by and gets in the hole with him and says, brother, I've been here before too. I understand.
Yeah. And that's really what it's about, is that we found out that the cannabis space in Oklahoma per capita is unlike any other place on the planet.
Right.
And then we found out that the amount of veterans here that need help is out of control.
Yeah, exactly.
And the drugs that they haven't discovered, we want to help them discover those, because just because it's not at Walgreens and just because you have to get a license, that doesn't mean anything. We didn't have to get a license for Jack Daniels and Marlboro.
No.
And we sure didn't for OxyContin.
And all these drug companies do have people, in the jungles, wherever, doing research, trying to find new drugs. Well, I think, in my opinion, I would like for them to research cannabis a little bit. But I mean, it's right here.
You would have thought they would have, since they had the trademark and the copyright.
Yeah, since
right?
they got they got the copyright on that. Yeah, you
since they
so.
own, you would think they would have done that.
I mean, you don't have to but travel halfway around the world to find something. You got something right in your backyard.
Yeah, this is the first cup ever that's been for the veterans benefit. There's not been one that we can find. Now, they've had a lot of events, a lot of cannabis cups.
Right.
And people won trophies.
Yep.
And
trophies. I happen to have won a trophy right here at Green Girl Expo. I was nominated and voted top cannabis advocate in Oklahoma.
Congratulations.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
That's awesome, man. That's great. Yeah, and I see why, because you're out here doing the hard work and putting out the hard words that nobody, we can't find this on TV.
Right on. You can't.
Can't Google this.
And there's so many people out here, every day working for that education. I have all kinds of friends. Everywhere they go, they always try to educate people on cannabis.
Yeah, and I think that it's important that veterans understand that they're not going to lose their benefits. That's a big thing, and that they should try something besides $30 and $40 an ounce down at the booth bar.
Yeah, there's really
there's a better way.
That's why I go to so many dispensaries and try so many different. I'm a flower person, but I try vapes, edibles, and all of that.
Right.
But just to see.
Yeah, I'm on full extract cannabis oil now, and it's about the size of a grain of rice.
Yes, I do. I do like Pico.
Yeah, and to me,
Pico, RSO.
Yeah, all those. To me, you don't have to smoke as much.
Exactly.
And I like solventless hash rosin.
Yeah. Start naming mints. Stuff I like, brother. Keep
going.
The
mints.
Yeah.
The mints. I don't know if you tried the mints.
I'm a caramel person. I like mints.
Yeah.
But I'm not really a big chocolate person, but I do like the mints.
Yeah. It does depend. Everybody's different on, it's just to be able to find out all about those things. There's a lot of veterans that don't know about these products.
Exactly.
And a lot of guys out here have no idea what we're talking about.
And there's something I use too. I soak my foot in a
bath bomb.
A bath bomb, yeah. Now I didn't get a bath bomb because a bath bomb, you throw it in a bath. It's a big ball. But my bud tender said, "Old school, check this out," and she brought the package out that was just a powder. So I pour that in the water.
Right.
Put it on a small deal. So just my 1 foot.
Awesome. That's great.
Saves me money, and I can reuse it.
And that's your neuropathy.
That's for my neuropathy
and
that I take that gabapentin for.
Right.
Because that's really the only thing that I've found. Now, whenever this first hit, I've had some small attacks. Now, I want to get back to Oklahoma, but you get on my neuropathy. But when it first hit, it was really, really bad. So I did start using topicals and edibles and large combinations of things.
Yeah, CBG and CBN and the CBD part of the topical we've been using is actually made here in Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah, good.
Yeah, and by a local legend that never was. That's all I'm going to be able to say because I won't be able to say it. But his topical cream it really works great for me. I get tumors that grow on me and I have them removed and I love it and it works well in a combination. Again, it's a combination and not having to take pharmaceuticals. It's much better on the plant.
Yeah, see, I got skin cancer on my arm, and I use CBD on that.
Yeah, it works great.
I use Simple Cure on this, and I use a combination of different CBDs, here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, Yeah, it really is. The components of the plant and learning about that plant is really what it takes for someone to, because you can go down to Walgreens and ask them what would work for a headache, and they're going to send you to go get some Tylenol or some aspirin, right? And you don't go in there and say what works better than that I can pronounce the ingredients.
I dig it. And that's one thing we could talk about, is concentrates.
Yeah.
If something comes in and it's got a bad test, or it's got herbicides, pesticides on it like that, whenever you concentrate it, you're not only concentrating the cannabis, you're concentrating all of that other stuff that's in there too.
Yeah, we've run across, because we're in different grows every day and different laboratories, we've run across some incredible technology that's being used here in Oklahoma. We've even seen some nanotechnology.
Yeah.
And we tried nano gummies, and they'll all tell you, these folks here with me today, our team, will tell you that all these different products are incredible, and all will be showcased here. So this is a place
at Hemplahoma.
Yeah, and the vendors and sponsors, we encourage to try and get as many as possible, because it all comes with raffle tickets, regardless of the package or the booth that they pick.
Right.
And that's again more tickets for the Wounded Veterans of Oklahoma. So that's why we're trying to get as many, because they have all these events already, and no one benefits except for the people having the event.
Right. And
we're trying to do it to where it costs less than all the other events. But the only problem is you have to want to support the Wounded Veterans, because I made it all come with tickets.
There you go.
So
I'll tell you what, on that note right there, we're going to take a short break. You're sitting here watching Wake and Bake with Old School and Co. I'm talking to my good friend Hemplahoma. We'll see you in just a second. Welcome back to Wake and Bake with Old School and Co. I'm sitting here talking to Army vet Matt. Hoorah, brother.
Hoorah.
Yeah, I was going to say, y'all say something different, don't you?
Yeah, Wake and Bake, yeah.
Oh, well, you dig the Wake and Bake, though.
Yeah, I did Wake and Bake, yeah.
Even Army, Air Force, well, I don't probably about the Air Force. Yeah, Army, Navy, Marine, yeah. Wake and Bake, I dig it.
Right, it's all about that, and it's a better medicine.
I agree.
And
the salad that they gave us, I agree 100%.
But Hemplahoma is going to be, like I said, the last 3 days of Halloween, 29th, 30th, 31st. And it's where Collinsville and Owasso and Claremore come together. A nice area there called Hobbs Creek.
Okay, cool.
And we've got some acreage right there in the middle, beautiful land.
Nice and quiet.
Yeah.
I dig that, yeah.
No women will be shot out of a cannon. There won't be any women shooting out of cannons.
Will you shoot me out of a cannon?
No cannon shooting.
No cannon shooting. No loud noises like it.
No, we're going to have a nice, peaceful. There'll be some music. Now, there will be some good music there, and there'll be lots of food vendors, but also be a lot of vendors in the cannabis cup and different.
Okay, well, I also want to bring this cool tray that you brought up here to me.
Yeah.
I think these things just rocks. I can get the glare there. I can get the glare off of it. Okay, cool. Right on. Now, this is one of those smaller trays. I like these because they're handy. That fits in my lap good. Right on, brother. I appreciate that.
Three little birds puts those together.
Okay, I can show that too.
3 Little Birds. Yeah, Ciara at 3 Little Birds. She makes these custom trays, and she's the official Hemplahoma rolling tray.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Hemplahoma rolling tray. Now, this is going to be cannabis and hemp.
Yes.
CBD.
Yes.
Large variety of vendors.
Yes.
Going to have food trucks.
Need more vendors.
There you go. Now, we need more people involved in this because this is going to be a veterans deal.
Yeah, our top sponsor package comes with 250 raffle tickets and 250 general admission tickets. So I know that there's a lot of cannabis vendors out there that probably like to be able to pass out that many.
Right. Now, we were talking earlier, too, we was talking during the break that we're going to be doing an event, a meet and greet, veterans meet and greet event at D's Nugs, 1600
Yes.
Southeastern in Moore, Oklahoma. And y'all are going to be coming down to that. So if
Yes.
you want to come down here and talk to Matt from Hemplahoma, y'all are going to be down there at, 1,800 hours?
Yes, we'll be there 1,800 hours. We'll have the raffle tickets, the general admission tickets, both.
Right on.
And one lucky winner is going to win a set of tickets to Hemplahoma. And
That's cool. You give away tickets, too.
And a chance to win $10,000 cash with one of those lucky raffle tickets we give out.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we do a TikTok down there about giving away a raffle ticket at D's Nugs?
Yeah.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, now, if anybody else wants to be involved in it, they could be involved in it, too.
Sure. They can just give you a call or get on HemplahomaFestival.com.
Okay, cool. And that's one of the things, if people want to contact you, they can get on to www.HemplahomaFestival.com
Yep.
and contact you about sponsorships. Now, we're going to be going around to different dispensaries and stuff like that and talking to them about these tickets.
Yeah, because these tickets and these competitors that show off this incredible medicine that they're making, I mean, we've seen some edibles and some ingestibles that were just over the top that we've not seen in even other places. So Oklahoma is ground zero for some of the best medicine in the
We
world.
are the crossroads of the nation. I love that.
Yeah.
Now, another thing about this Hemplahoma is veterans are going to get in free.
Yes, veterans will be in free admission. Obviously, they'll want to get a raffle ticket to get in, and their food is covered.
And the food is covered
Yeah.
for vets. Right on. I love that, too.
Yep, and we'll also have a shuttle bus that'll be able to. We'll have shuttle bus points where they'll be able to go to, if they need a ride, that they'll be
For
able
our
to ride.
disabled vets. For
Yes.
people like me that can't walk long distances.
And would rather just ride on the bus to go there.
Because that's why I love these get-togethers when it's just vets. Because when we get together, we
It's going to be a good time. The Wounded Veterans of Oklahoma and all their great other nonprofits that they work with here, like Warriors for Freedom, really put on a great event and really, like I said, with all their food covered, and we'll have lots of different games and different education events wrapped around the plants and the growers and the processes that make this incredible medicine, and you get to learn how to use it.
And they're good. That's why
Different
I love
ways to use
the
it.
education aspect of that, because that really does help, because people don't know or see how their medicine is made, and it's a huge difference.
Yeah, and they would like to know how to use those things.
Yeah.
And how to. So.
Because when I first started this, I knew about cannabis, the flower,
Right.
but I've learned about so many different things like CBD, CBN, CBG, CB1 receptors, CB2 receptors, the different indica, sativa, hybrids. It just goes on and on. The products we have here in Oklahoma, I love it.
Yeah, it's incredible, the wide variety. Some of the best stuff we've seen with the CBD side is a 2-to-1, and they're great, especially for inflammation and people that are in pain during the daytime, because it doesn't make you sleepy.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And they are doing some research on CBD, I think, aren't they?
I have no idea, because for 80 years the prohibition's going on, and I just know this: when I go to Walgreens, I say, who voted for all these things?
Yeah. Did I? Yeah, exactly. Did I?
I go to the liquor store. I want to know who voted for all this stuff. You see,
But
the
we had
cigarettes.
to vote to legalize cannabis. Yeah.
Who voted for Marlboro? Exactly.
Oh yeah. Get me started on cigarettes. You bet. Get me started on them.
That's what I'm saying. So we're just trying to, be able to let the people who grow this incredible medicine and make these incredible products be able to show different ways to use it, and help the people that would like to know that gabapentin and alcohol and cigarettes can be replaced with an incredible plant that's available
You bet.
everywhere here in lots of different ways, shapes, and forms that can help them really dial in their ailments to stop using pharmaceuticals.
And it comes back to, the pharmaceuticals I used to use. I was on hydrocodone, Xanax, Klonopin, Valium, all that. And I've substituted, and I got off all that with cannabis.
Your testimony right there. Right here on Wake and Bake.
Right here on Wake and Bake. Everybody knows that cannabis, I'll tell you, it saved my life, because I love cannabis.
Me too.
Right on, brother.
Me too. Saved my life.
And I like the I do enjoy the wake and bake in the morning. I really do. That's one thing I love about is waking up and having my coffee and having my first.
It settles my stomach to where I can, go about my day.
Right. I got insomnia. I got several things that I use it for: pain, inflammation.
Right.
Goes on and on. And that's what I do like about these events, like we're having at Hipplahoma, is people do see the large variety of products that we have and get the education on them.
Yeah, and get a chance to win $10,000 on Halloween. It can't be so bad.
Yeah, no, that'd be a great Halloween party. You get through.
Somebody's gonna win it.
That's what I love. Somebody is going to walk away with $10,000.
But not if you don't get a ticket. So please go to HipplahomaFestival.com for all the locations. Because we have all the locations where those tickets are being sold.
Oh, do you really?
And as more vendors and sponsors get signed up, we add them to them because we go out and we actually showcase their medicine and we film on why their medicine is special and how to use the medicine there.
Exactly. I love that, man.
We've come across some really great ones. Barn 66 in Catoosa, Oklahoma recently. Incredible patient drive there because a lot of people don't understand the power of that plant. You don't have to drink to feel better.
Exactly. And I used to drink. I don't drink anymore. And whenever I drank, I always felt pretty rough the next day.
Right.
So,
but some people say that, though. Yeah. They say they feel better if they don't drink.
Oh, yeah. Now I use RSO at night.
Right.
When I was on the drugs, the pharmaceuticals, I would get up 4 or 5 times a night. Now I use RSO, smoke a joint before I go to bed. I sleep all night long. Now, I do have insomnia. I usually don't go to sleep until about midnight.
Right.
And I wake up 0600.
See, that's what we're trying to showcase with Hipplahoma is everybody can dose their own way if they know what to look for. They know the different products to try. And then they go on their own journey.
Right.
Instead of just going to Walgreens and picking what's on the shelf.
Yeah.
They can actually self-medicate is what the VA calls it. Because they try to intimidate me and other veterans for the same thing. So.
Okay. Well, brother, we've had a great little discussion here about Hipplahoma.
Thank you so much.
We're going to take us a little break. We're going to end it up on that. You've been watching Wake and Bake with Old School and Co. I've been here sitting here with my good friend Matt from Hipplahoma. Hope you toke up and turn back in.
Me sign to the bodies on a water for my service. To a slime in it, Percocet me sign to the bodies on a water for my service. Water whipping, water dripping. Broke the pack, mixed it with the midget.